I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. State police investigators along with emergency responders made the grisly discovery this morning in a steep wooded area near the Hawk's Nest in the town of Deer Park. What were found were human skeletal remains of an as yet unidentified person. A fisherman had called police last night to report finding the bones about 100 feet from the Delaware riverbank. But because of the rugged, steep terrain, police needed to use boats to access the site and remove the body, believed to be a male, with the remains described as being badly decomposed. While police work to determine the identity of the person, an autopsy will be performed tomorrow morning in an attempt to pinpoint a cause of death. Police in the city of Middletown are looking for the source of heroin that has been linked to 3 separate drug overdose deaths in Middletown within the past week. The victims, women ages 31 and 34, and a 55-year-old man, either died shortly after ingesting heroin or were found with empty packaging and paraphernalia near their bodies. In one case, the heroin packaging was stamped with the label Transformers. The investigation continues. The Catskill region has lost one of its strong voices, Noel Van Swole, a man at the forefront of several Sullivan County causes, died late yesterday in a car crash near his Long Eddy home. He was 70 years old. Van Swole was on his way home from Monday's pro-gas drilling rally in Albany when he apparently went into a diabetic coma while behind the wheel. Van Swole was an outspoken supporter of fracking in his position as president of the Sullivan Delaware Property Owners Association. His activism also included strong opposition to the merger that created the Sullivan West School District and the National Park Service involvement in the Upper Delaware River corridor. The future of Greg Sirico stirred emotions during a meeting of the Warwick School Board last night. About 350 people, most, if not all, in Sirico's corner, showed up to protest a plan to turn his school district athletic director job from full-time to part-time, while adding the duties of assistant high school principal. Sirico, who has been at Warwick for 21 years, told the board and the crowd he may resign if the school board follows through on the proposed changes.
The position of athletic director, if it's done correctly, and I'm not saying I always do it correctly, it's a 60-hour week. You show up at 8:15 in the morning and you're working on athletics, you're working on physical education. If you're doing it right, you're not going to leave till that last contest happens. If the issue is with me personally, my job performance, move me on. But dropping the full-time athletic director at the Warwick Valley Central School District would be a disservice to our community and, most importantly, to our students.
Warwick District Superintendent Ray Bryant said the consolidation of his job is necessary for financial reasons. The school board put off a decision tabling the issue until their next meeting, November 19th. He says he doesn't want the job full-time, but Monticello Mayor Gordon Jenkins will handle the duties of village manager for an extended period of time, while the village board looks for a replacement for former manager John Legreschi, who was fired last week in a 3-2 vote. Neither Jenkins or Legreschi have talked specifically about what led up to the termination, although Legreschi said the position was made stressful because of what he termed internal turmoil. Jenkins says it will take a number of months to find the right person to fill the manager's job. Area farmers who took a financial beating as the result of Hurricane Irene and Tropical Storm Lee last year could benefit from the construction of a new facility at the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park. Senator Charles Schumer says $3.4 million in federal disaster funding will be used by the Hudson Valley Food and Beverage Alliance to build a new center at CIA to become headquarters of the alliance, and it would serve as a location for local farmers to gain access to new markets, consumers, and revenue streams for their fruits and vegetables. Schumer called it a win-win for companies and local farmers hoping to bounce back from last year's damaging storms. And the sloop Clearwater, the boat built by Pete Seeger to promote the preservation and upgrade of the Hudson River environment, has often been referred to as a floating classroom. Well, that was the case for part of the day Monday until the Clearwater ran aground. Students aboard the vessel got even more of a learning experience after the Clearwater got stuck in shallow water near Yonkers, in a place where it's normally not all that shallow. Coast Guard officials think debris that had washed into the river from a sawmill created the problem. The children aboard were offloaded to a floating dock, and the Clearwater got unstuck after the high tide rolled in. There's more nice fall weather in our local forecast. Wednesday will be partly sunny with temperatures reaching the mid-60s, and Thursday will feature a mix of sun and clouds with the highs up around 70 degrees. Get the news and information you need when you need it right here at Record Online, and get caught up on all that's happening by reading tomorrow's Times Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.